All right. Are we all good?
And one glass of that.
Okay,
we're good.
And welcome to another episode of the Not Too Salty Gaming Podcast. I'm Mr. Tigglez, the best around, and coming at us through those glorious interwebs, the one, the only, Karlon Mr. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Are you in the Mario land?
Yes, let's go.
You're not supposed to mess me up this early.
Oh my god, I don't even know where that came from. My chest hurts now.
Man, how you doing?
I'm not so good now that I did that voice. But
it was a little bit cringy, that's for sure.
Oh my god, I know I'm hurting inside, internally, mentally at the moment. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty damn good.
What you been playing, man?
Not much. Because editing is a bitch.
Oh, I agree, man.
But, yeah.
Nowadays it seems like I only get to play when I'm recording.
But, yeah, I have been, I will say this, I have been trying out Anna on Overwatch, and I fucking love her.
Oh, I know, you said you were super hyped for her. I tried her as well.
Dude, I got a fucking, 24-person kill streak the other night with her. I was eating health. I was feeding my team.
That's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I liked her. I'm a terrible sniper, though. I mean, I did all right, but I definitely was on no crazy kill streaks.
The good thing with her is that you don't have to be a good sniper. You just need to shoot wildly, and then it'll scare everyone. They'll all scatter, and the ones you do hit will just have their life just slowly drain away. Oh, and fuck you, Tracer. I found your weakness. It's called a sleeper pistol.
Oh, God. I do love the sleeper pistol. I actually really like the grenade, too.
Yes.
I don't know. I like her. I don't think she's a character that I'm going to play a lot. I don't know. I got really frustrated, and every time I would boost somebody with my special ability, they'd turn around and run away from combat. I'm like, ready, guys?
See, that's why I always save it, so when the one idiot in front of me is running towards a team of 5, I boost them.
Yeah, I did have a really cool moment, though, where I boosted Farrah right as she did her special ability, and that was pretty legit.
Ah, mother working with daughter. Good move.
I know, good daughter.
Yes, good Tigglez. You played into the story, so you're doing good role playing there.
But yeah, I don't know. I think she's going to be a lot better in pre-made teams that are communicating, as opposed to teams that are just rando.
I did find that on the teams where nobody was talking, everyone was lone wolfing it, scattering, and I was basically pointless as a healer because there was too many buildings blocking our way. So I just was like, fuck it. I'm just going to shoot wildly and scare everyone.
Yeah, and I also did notice that because she has no, movement abilities, that every time somebody would get on me, I had no way to get away unless you hit with that sleeper pistol. And I'd miss, 60% of the time, and then I was just screwed.
Luckily for me, I tend to position myself in areas that are tunneled off, like a car in a building or a doorway or something. That way I force the person that's after my ass to come straight at me, so I'm usually able to hit with the sleeper pistol.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's nice. I just kind of wish you could, hold it or look down the sights of the gun or something along those lines, instead of just kind of randomly pulling it out and quick firing, because it seems like a lot of the times it's hard to hit at range, definitely.
Yeah, but I do have to admit that would be a bit OP at that point.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't even mind the one bullet thing, and it would probably be a little bit OP if you could aim, because, I mean, obviously you'd hit a lot more, but...
Well, the only person at that point that has a chance is, Tracer for the speed and Diva for her incredible thinness.
Yeah.
Fucking Diva. I swear to God, I get more kills outside her suit than in the suit, because nobody can hit me, because I'm so fucking thin.
I wish I was that freaking anorexic. I'm fat as junk.
Really? Goddamn. I'm basically Roadhog sized. I'm getting my ass shot up every time. If this shit went down in real life, I'd be dead in the first fucking round. At home base, through the fucking healing door.
Me too, dude. I'd be the biggest target on the field.
I would just be dead.
I need to go on her Korean diet.
Oh my god. So, anime food? Basically rice balls. That's literally just anime food. Rice balls and whatever the bits of noodles are you see randomly eat.
Dude, it cracks me up because you see all these anime characters that just eat tons of food.
I know.
And never get fat. What the hell? I eat a frickin' potato chip and I get fat as shit.
The one that's understandable is Goku, only because he's fucking stronger than the fucking, like, I don't know, Superman. His metabolism is like as powerful and energetic as the sun.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, Overwatch, Anna's pretty good. I don't know that I'll play her, but I know that I'll probably see you play her. Oh. So you can heal my ass.
Yes.
If I die, I'm going to be mad.
It'll be because I'm healing Reinhardt and not your dumbass running around shooting randomly.
I'll be tanking 8 people, even though there's only 6 on a team, and I'll be like, Karlon, heal me fast. If I die, it's your fault.
Sorry, but this Bastion's really killing everyone over here, so I really need to stay over here buffing and healing his ass, because he just mowed down 5 people, and your dumbass is jumping around in a doorway firing off random bombs. So, sorry, buddy.
Oh, God. Dude, I spray so hard. Anyways, have you been playing anything else, or is that it?
That's about it. Other than that, a little bit of Rocket League here and there. I did jump into what was it? I jumped into the Technomancer to try out a little thing before another recording, but other than that, that's about it. I do plan on, though, over the next few days, trying, because I haven't done this forever, doing another You Got 20 with Fury.
I love that series. You definitely should. Like, because a lot of the games that you've done in that series so far, and you just started it, but a lot of those games I haven't played, so it's a really good opportunity for me to see stuff that I haven't really thought of.
Well, I was thinking about, since I don't have any way of returning a game on the PS4, but there are actual things, or like, Steam returns. So I'll probably be sticking to more so indie games or mid-price games on there, and then like free games or very cheap games on PlayStation. That way I can still not break the bank, but I can also get some helpful information out there for everyone.
Yeah, and I know you haven't really had PS Plus that long, because you haven't had your PlayStation that long, but through PS Plus, you're going to get all sorts of games that you could use.
Well, yeah, I've already gotten Gat Out of Hell, Fury, I got Gone Home. I always heard a lot about that game, but it's actually not that bad for a walking simulator.
Dude, it's actually looks okay. I mean, those aren't really my kinds of games, but it did look like it wouldn't be too bad.
I usually can't stand walking simulators. I mean, you saw the one I played, Satanist. You saw how that went.
Oh, God. But I'm still mad I couldn't buy it.
But this one, it wasn't even a horror game, but I literally felt like not turning corners. Even though I knew nothing was going to happen, it had such a good grip on me and such good ambient sound. I didn't want to go into the next room. I'd have to inch my way in and be like, oh, shit. But it's so funny. For a game with nothing really in it, it had so much story, and I had to know everything about the people that lived in this house.
To be honest, there's a lot of those games that are completely empty and devoid of anything are really scary. Like, an empty world is scary.
Exactly.
Because you always expect there to be something, and then there's just not.
Well, we say that, but then there's the shitty games on Steam that are literally empty worlds, and they make you want to pull your hair out and scream for a whole different reason. But, yeah, if you've got the right ambient sound, the right surroundings, and you handle your lighting and, I don't know, just the slight actions in the environment well enough, yeah, even an empty game can be fucking terrifying.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can relate to this, but, I mean, it's all to do with the artist.
Yes.
An artist can take the same scene, 2 artists can take the same scene, and one can make it feel real and alive, and the other can make it look like a shit sauce.
Exactly. This kind of goes back to something Jim Sterling said a while back ago when he was taking on Digital Homicide in his early days of the beginning of his YouTube channel, but I completely agreed with what he said. There has to be artistic cohesion, and there has to be an artist's hand involved in the game. If it's just technical or just something loosely coded together, nothing is going to be emoted from the game. Nothing. Not fear, not happiness, not joy, not action, not romance. Just plain boring and just kill me.
Oh, exactly. The technical aspects are just one part. And I mean, I may not be an artist, but I've always been into writing. And it's the same way with the story. The story, the art, and the technical aspects all have to work together.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many games I've seen that are just thrown together assets where they've just randomly bought shit off of Unity and just shoved it into one game, and nothing, no monster will look like they belong together in that world. They shouldn't exist together. I've seen games with mailboxes from the US and Canada and the UK next to each other on the same street. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And it's instantly game breaking, and whatever feeling you were hoping to go for is gone. Ugh.
Man.
Well, that's one salty rant all the way on the Not Too Salty podcast.
On a good note, I did actually get a new game today.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Well, my girlfriend had to go and upgrade her phone, which is right next door to GameStop. So I was like, well, while you do this, I'm going to run into GameStop and just look around.
Nice.
And that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea to send me into GameStop by myself. So anyways, I go into GameStop, and originally I had 3 games in my hand. I had Ninja Storm, the newest Ninja Storm game. I had One Piece Burning Blood.
Nice.
And I had Doom. And they were all on sale. And I was like, at first I was just like, I'm going to get all 3 of them. It was like $100. I'm like, no, I don't want to spend that much money. So then I ended up just getting One Piece Burning Blood. But I feel kind of bad. I really wanted Doom. I decided not to get the Naruto game because I already was getting an anime game. So I got that, and I ended up finding a Star Wars board game on clearance. So I bought that for $20 too.
Nice.
So me and my girlfriend will play that.
Awesome.
But it's like the fighter pilot board game.
Oh, shit, I've seen... I think I saw Angry Joe play that not too long ago.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I've never even seen it played, but for $20, I was like, well, this will give us something to do.
From what I remember, it's a pretty damn good strategy game. It's got some pretty damn good figurines in it.
It did. It looked like it had some really good figures and all sorts of different fun. I just kind of read through the back. I haven't even opened it yet. So yeah, I played that a little bit today in between recordings and had fun with that. And I've of course been playing Overwatch.
Nice.
I kind of regret not getting the last Naruto game because I've beaten the whole Ninja Storm series and this is like the last one, and I finished the show. So I really wanted to get to the end of the game, but I can't not get One Piece, man. Anybody that's seen any of my like vloggy type stuff has to know that I'm a huge One Piece fan, because I got all sorts of One Piece shit.
God, I am a huge anime fan, but for some reason, I've just never seen One Piece or Naruto. It's crazy. I fucking love anime, but I've never watched it.
One Piece, just like all the big, long anime, it's hard to start. It's kind of slow to start, but once you get into it, it's addicting. And like Luffy is like my favorite character of all time.
Yeah, for what I've seen of it, like the few scenes that make no sense because I have no idea what the context is, but they look just crazy as all hell. I do like the style of One Piece too. If I remember, I think Fairy Tail is also based off the same style or the same company's in charge.
Well, I mean, God, I can't think of their name. The same company does Naruto, One Piece, and Fairy Tail and Bleach. They just basically publish all those shows. So I'm sure the art style is going to be similar, but the same author doesn't do Fairy Tail that does One Piece.
Okay. I didn't...
Shonen Jump, that's what I was looking for.
Okay, I didn't know for sure if it was the same story artist, but I knew for a fact it was the same artist. I mean, it's just got that style. It's all in the eyes of those characters. Those little round eyes with the 5 little eyelashes. Oh, shit.
But yeah, man. So what about Comic-Con, man? Comic-Con this year.
Comic-Con?
So much good.
Yeah, so much crazy.
Except for Sonic.
Yeah, except for Sonic. We will definitely get into that for sure, because that was a fucking cringe fest. Yeah, Sony, known as the best fucking event of all time for games. This, most embarrassing event for games of all time.
Oh, God, dude. It was so bad.
Oh, my God. I've never seen something that made me cringe so hard and made me want to just tear my headset off.
I didn't even watch, the entire, actual event. I just watched, some reviews and some highlights and other people's videos, and it was terrible. I'm glad I didn't watch the whole event.
I saw one random video on it, but the main one I saw was from Jim Sterling. And
I watched that one also.
Oh, God, yeah, but... Hey, well, first of all, he cut it together fucking perfectly for comedic reasons, but the parts he didn't cut... Oh, my God. I don't know who was running the sound and actually running the live stream and all that shit for all this, but they need to be shot in the street and then burned and then flushed down a toilet because, my God, how did they ever become an audio editor or anything? There was a buzzing the whole time. The entire thing.
Did they even do anything like a dress rehearsal or any kind of pre-practice? Or did they just go up there and say, well, we're just going to fucking roll with it?
The whole thing looked like a high school musical. I'm serious. It was so cheap looking. This is a fucking 25th anniversary for Sonic the Hedgehog. And this thing was example enough of how much Sega actually gives a crap about Sonic.
And the dancing. The dancing was so terrible. I just couldn't look. I, wanted to gouge my eyes out with a wooden spoon.
The dancing. Those two quote-unquote DJs. Just, hey, we're DJs. We're going to press a fucking button. Boom, we're DJs. There's a button to press. There's your song.
We're going to press a button and spin in circles like morons.
All while a man in a mascot suit dressed as Sonic stands about 10 feet away on an empty stage, loosely dancing as best he can.
He probably had better moves than they did.
And boiling inside his mascot suit, dying of his own sweat smell, more than likely. But god damn it, you know what? He sold. He sold it as hard as he could. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to dance as much as the suit allows me to, and then I'm going to hobble off the stage and die.
Or the first announcer guy that went up there and he just laughed for 20 minutes while people talked to him.
Dude, you laugh maybe a little to acknowledge the audience, but then go back to talking. Don't just wait for them to shut up.
I know, dude. He just kept laughing. I'm like, are you going to talk or are you just going to sit there and laugh, man?
And the audience participation. Dear God, this audience was cringy too. That singer that came out and sang all of the Sonic themes and the random songs from Sonic the Hedgehog, all the games, but he kept walking up to people in the audience, and no one knew the words to these songs. They didn't know what to do, and he would just have these awkward pauses in the middle of the song.
If your audience is ridiculous, don't put the mic in front of them, sir.
Oh my God. Okay, I gotta give fair warning to the listeners. Headset warning, okay? But when the singer went to sing Sonic Heroes, he came up to one of the big lines in the song, and he walks down to the audience, holds out the mic, and this one, I'm guessing crazed fanboy that doesn't know any of the words to the song, just tore the mic from him. Actually, didn't really tear, more almost drugged the singer down into the audience while pulling the mic, but he just... Oh my God, he went, Sonic Heroes, He didn't know any of the words. He didn't know any of the words. He just went,
oh God,
what,
yeah.
Maybe a baby understands the words to be.
I'm pretty sure he might have been just a little bit retarded.
Oh my God, I don't know. I hope in his case he had a speech impediment, because that was just terrible. But and anytime he held it up to anyone else, they didn't know the words and they wouldn't even attempt to sing. They would just smile awkwardly, and he'd be like, okay, pull him back.
Yeah. But you know what? As cringy as the whole thing was, I actually thought that the Sonic 2017 game that they showed was pretty good looking, actually.
Oh, yeah. What's the name of that one? Fuck, I can't remember.
I don't know what it was called. I know there was Sonic Mania, which was the 2D platforming remaster
we'll get back to
thing.
that, too. That's something else they fucked up.
And then there was Sonic 2017, which was the 3D realistic looking one.
Yeah. It's basically Sonic Generations 2, from what I can tell. Even though they're saying it's not, it is. But yeah, it looks like it might be a decent one. Sonic games follow Star Trek rules when it comes to games. It's sort of like how Star Trek handled their movies. The even numbers are the best, and the odd numbers suck balls. And same thing with the games here. Every other game for Sonic that comes out, decent. But then every other games that come out suck and should burn in hell.
Yeah, I mean, besides the originals, I really haven't played that many Sonic games. I skipped Generations and all those newer Sonic games.
Yeah.
So I haven't played any of the newer realistic-looking ones, but look promising.
I envy your sanity, first off, because I played Sonic 06. I own it. I still have it. I've never finished it. I stopped playing after an hour. I had a headache and got nauseous.
Wow.
Not only
That's
that,
pretty bad.
if anyone out there has ever seen the Game Grumps playthrough, it's real. It's all real. Every last bug, every last glitch, every last thing that was wrong. I had more glitches than they had. I guarantee you that.
God, I cannot stand games that don't release polished. It's like, work on your game. Don't release it until it's good.
I can understand a few bugs. I mean, there's just so much you can catch. I mean, you know, a AAA is going to have at least one or two bugs, but they can be patched later. You know, I have no problems with that. But when you release it and it's, oh my God, Sonic Boom. You know, I say Sonic 06 was bad. I didn't play Sonic Boom, but the shit I saw from it, the gameplay, didn't matter how good the channel was, it all looked terrible. It was such a glitchy mess. And it was so, oh my God, they did not put it together at all. I think they did drunk. Because there would be certain scenes where it's like, I don't know, for example, the intro, where fucking Dr. Robotnik is escaping. Or, sorry, Eggman. Oh, God, I've always hated that name. Eggman's escaping. Sonic and them are catching up. Oh, next scene, he's further away, but now they're catching up again. Oh, wait, he's further away again. Now they're catching up again. Make up your fucking mind, continuity.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if they took more time and focused on their games, then they wouldn't have such a cringy, shitty fucking, you know, show. They would actually have the money to put into it and make it good.
Oh my God. But once again, Sega don't give a shit. It's right up there with Konami when it comes to making a good game. They don't give a shit. They just know people are going to buy the games because they have a good title.
Well, and I mean, the crappy thing is that Sonic has a really good following.
Yes.
You see fan art and people all over talking about it. It's popular on social media. If they actually put out good product, it would go crazy. It's got the potential.
I'll tell you this, and I guarantee you this one. If Sega or Nintendo or whoever the fuck wants to handle this title from this point on, because Sega sure as hell don't give a shit, but anyway, if they were to put out a Sonic the Hedgehog game based on the new adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the one that came out in 93, I believe, the one with Sally Acorn, Bunny Rabbit, all the awesome characters, if they based a game off that and put an actual budget behind it and actually took their time to make a good game, it would outsell probably everything that year. Just because it would be a good Sonic game.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so sad because, like I said, it has such a good following. Like, there's so many people that love Sonic.
I can't remember who said this, but I completely agree with what they said, and that is that Sonic's death is because of constant attempts at innovation. Every single Sonic game tries so hard to be different, but that's why it fails. They keep trying so many different things that you can't get used to any good features. They even replace good features with attempts at newer ones that end up being bad. Like Sonic Generations, good. Then it got replaced by fucking Sonic, whatever the next one was that was Shay. Then Sonic Colors came out, decent. And then Sonic Boom came out, horrible.
At least by that logic, maybe, Sonic Mania will be pretty good because it's pretty much a copy of the first game.
I will, I do have to say that. Although, once again, the 25th anniversary show, fuck that up even, because they played the trailer and it didn't even show up on their main event stage.
I saw that. That was so bad.
It was a blank screen for them. We were seeing it on the live stream, but you just hear this guy talking over the trailer the whole time. The whole time I was trying to listen to it, all I can hear is that announcer going like, "Hold on, everyone. Give me a second. Oh, maybe this is a red herring, you know, maybe, ooh, what are we going to show? Ooh," and it's like, I'm looking at it right now. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to your product, you idiot.
God, it was such a train wreck.
And then, of course, they play it, but then they only play the last half. Again. It's like, oh my God, just stop. Just shoot it in the head and be done. Just stop the madness.
I just wanted to scream at that guy, dress rehearsal, practice, 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 practice.
Oh my God, just 5 minutes of practice. The fucking guitarist dropped his pick at one point. It's just, he looked like a seasoned guitarist too. How do you do that during a live performance?
We could do a better show than they did, and we're just two people sitting in a bedroom.
Dude, I would just go... Here's how my fucking show would go down. I would just get the fucking theme from the New Adventures and have that on a loop. Done. There's your event. You've got the best fucking song out of all of them. And guess what? We're going to watch the entire series of New Adventures while we're at it. There you go. There's your night, and here's a trailer. Done. Oh, also we'll have 6 dancing hedgehogs, so the stage at least is full of dancing hedgehogs and not one lone one standing with 10 feet of space between him and everyone else.
Oh, God.
I felt so sorry for him. I really did.
Yeah. If you would have had 6, you imagine how long it would took him to get those assholes off stage?
Oh my God, he had to, just scuttle off the stage. He had help. I felt so sorry for this guy. You know he was dying.
I would have had some makeshift spinning sounds and then just, shoved him. Wee, wee, wee. Can't even do the sonic spinning sound.
Just roll him, risk breaking the costume, just roll him off stage. Oh no, his quills are breaking off. I don't fucking care, just get him off stage. He's embarrassing all of us.
God, if that was the case, they should have just removed every single person from the stage.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially the guy with glasses. My God, he just could not handle that whole thing.
Yeah, it was all a train wreck. None of them stuck out as being overtly crappy. They all just were the same level of ultimate crap.
I will say this, though. The sound beat them all out, though.
Oh, God.
Cringy on their part, but the sound, it would go silent, and then it would come back echoing.
Explode.
And
it
just
would
get louder.
explode in your freaking eardrums.
I don't know. If I was in charge of that, I would hope they would fire me. I'd be like, please fire me. I allowed this to go out. I've probably killed several people with this audio.
But anyways,
yes.
On a brighter note, what about all those movie trailers, man?
Oh my God. Oof.
There were a lot.
I gotta say, you know what? DC, you done good, I think. I think you...
Yeah, I think the Wonder Woman trailer was my favorite one.
Mine too, of the DC.
I mean, the combat, oh my God. I mean, I'm not even a Wonder Woman fan. I mean, she's okay. But, the combat effects, the special effects and the combat scenes, oh my God.
Dude, I'm a Wonder Woman fan. I may not be heavy into the actual comics, but I've always loved her. She's one of my favorite superheroines, if not my favorite. But, finally seeing her get her own movie, that is so badass. But not only that, she looks badass.
She did have a movie
a
long time ago. And I really hope that they bring her invisible jet into this one. But don't change the special effects. I want the original invisible jet as an Easter egg just somewhere in the middle of the movie. Where she's just so bad.
It'll be in Justice League. We'll look for it in Justice League.
She's like, come on, guys, we gotta get in the invisible jet.
Everyone just falls off a fucking cliff. Oh, no, it was right there.
But yeah, no, I love the setting, though. The whole movie, the whole, World War setting. Mm-hmm. And I really like I don't even know his name, but the actor from Star Trek, I like that guy. He's a good actor.
Yeah. This movie, the grays and blues and the very dark tone and the environment that these DC films have been going for, it actually helps in this film because it really helps her to pop on the screen.
It does. It looks like that movie went for the darker theme, kind of similar to Batman versus Superman. Yeah. Whereas with the Justice League movie, they actually kind of went with a more humorous approach, which is kind of weird.
That's another thing I got to talk about, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, possibly. Okay, because what I'm about to say is heresy, at least what I've seen in the forums and comments so far. But DC is taking some notes from Marvel.
Yeah.
Please don't kill me. Oh, God. I feel the crosshairs.
No, I definitely got that vibe that this was really an Avengers feeling trailer for the Justice League. And I don't know. It was weird for me. I really liked Aquaman. Mm-hmm. And I liked The Flash, even though it's weird for me because I watched the Flash CW show, so it was really weird to see somebody else as The Flash.
Yeah.
But I thought his scene was pretty funny.
I gotta say, I'm like you. Yeah, it has obviously a more humorous approach. I kind of got a Guardians of the Galaxy feel off the trailer, trying to go for that more upbeat, throwing a bit of humorous jokes in there, but at the same time having that the world is at stake type of shit, and
I love Guardians.
They tried to keep the DC dark feel to a certain extent, but I'm so glad that they are moving more towards a comic book feel, because that's what these are. They're comic book films. Comic books are. All right, here's the thing. Comic books are the best form of escapism, right up there with video games and shit. And when your escapism's as dark and terrible and shitty as real life, it's not escapism anymore. It's just shitty and dark and makes you think of sad thoughts.
Yeah.
Kind of like all the past DC films. But this one actually seems like it's going a bit more comic booky. Even the colors seem to be a bit more brighter and vibrant. Like Cyborg, he looks like the fucking comic version. Oh my fucking god.
He does. He's almost exactly like the Teen Titan.
Even
version,
the actor looks like most of the animated versions of Cyborg and some of the comic book versions, but even his voice sounds very much like most of the voice actors out there for him.
So I gotta ask, because this is controversial.
Yes.
What do you think of Affleck Man?
Affleck Man.
Affleck Man.
All right, I will say this. In fact, I you know what? I'm going to cover both him and Wonder Woman with this little thing here. I absolutely hated the idea of both of them as both of these heroes when I first heard. I thought Ben Affleck would be the driest Batman ever. I thought he would be shitty. I thought he'd be terrible and not good all for the character. And I thought is it Gal Gadot?
I think that's what her name is, yeah.
Gal, she was, in my opinion, like most people, she was too short. She was too skinny. She had no tonnage. Her voice was off. And frankly, all the acting I'd ever seen her in up until this point was, I'm the sexy character that licks my lips. That's literally her entire career.
Yeah, I remember from the Fast and the Furious, and that was really all I could think of.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing about her being Wonder Woman when she died in that movie, like, oh yeah, she's going to be a Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, where's the boobs, man?
But that's one other thing, like proportions wise, she just did not feel like a Wonder Woman. But
pretty sure I got bigger boobs than she does.
Oh shit, I do too, man. I'm rocking fucking double D's over here. But I gotta say, they both proved me wrong, and they both proved most people wrong. Because personally, I felt like Affleck is a good Batman. I think he has the dark tone. I don't think it's too forced. And he actually did pretty good in a lot of the action scenes. And he really does, to me, pull off the Bruce Wayne brooding type personality. And Gal, she is Wonder Woman. She prepared herself for it. She got the voice lessons for it. And she got beefed for it. Not too beefed, you know. She ain't quite Amazonian. But she still looks like she could kick your ass.
Yeah, and I pretty much actually completely agree. I was really worried at first as well for Affleck. And I mean, I don't know. I think he gets away really well because he's a really experienced actor. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of people talk crap about him, but the guy's been in a lot of stuff. So you know what? I think that experience really helps him.
Exactly.
And I think that he ended up being a really good Batman. Like, I at first was like, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be Affleck as Batman? Come on. Seriously? But he pulled it off.
He's one of those actors that has to be in the right role. He's not flexible enough for a multitude of personalities. He has to be in a certain role that's for him. And this one happened to be it.
Yeah, and I mean, I felt like, you know, the last Batman vs. Superman movie was mediocre at best.
Yeah.
But as Batman,
yes,
he was good. I thought he knocked Batman out of the park, but the rest of the movie wasn't that good.
Yeah, well, I've already done my reaction trailers for these things, and they will be going up pretty soon. Little plug there for my show, but yeah, the Batman vs. Superman story. Well, first off, they sold that movie completely wrong. They tried to make it sound like the whole movie was going to be a throwdown between these two. They even sold the whole Frank Miller storyline shit so hard, but everyone knew it wasn't going to be that case, and like the story okay, spoiler alerts. Like, cut, like, for 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this.
It was boring.
But, Superman dying, that was shitty. Yeah, hey, guys, the second movie in, let's kill him.
That's another thing. I mean, it obviously shows at the end that he's not really dead. But where the hell is he in Justice League?
Exactly, that's the thing. Hell, it's always him that starts the Justice League, as far as I know in the comics. He's the inspiration.
We do know in the universe that Superman goes bad. And if you look at one scene, I was watching a trailer reaction from Angry Joe, and he slow-moed the part with the Flash when he's in his suit, and he was getting shot at by red lasers.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I saw a screenshot of that.
I thought about that, and I was like, I wonder... Because they go down into that dungeon thing, and it shows a trap door.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if, like, Superman is being held down there, or something along those lines. I was wondering who the bad guy is going to be. What if it's Superman?
You know, well, Lex Luthor is making his returns, or at least the Joker is making his return. The Joker Luthor, if you will.
Yeah.
My God, Jesse Eisenberg, no, I'm sorry. He was a mistake. Frickin', oh my God, what's his name? The guy from Breaking Bad, I can never remember his name. Bryan Cranston, I think?
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, he offered to be Lex Luthor. He said, I want to be Lex Luthor.
He would have been a good Lex Luthor.
And he looks like a Lex Luthor, but they were like, nope, we want Jesse Awkward Eisenberg.
Well, and I mean, you know, I don't hate Jesse. I mean, he's pretty good in the movies that he plays. You know, I like him in, you know, like Now You See Me and Zombieland and all those movies that he's good in. But this is not his role.
Well, Lex Luthor is... And I know some fuckers are out there about to say, like, well, you didn't see the original Superman movies then if you think he didn't fit the role. Motherfucker, I'm going off of Lex Luthor from the comics and shows and shit that we all know. The serious, tall, strong, like, super patriot, uber human lover Lex Luthor. The motherfucker that's always 10 steps ahead of everyone and doesn't have to say it out loud. Jesse Eisenberg character is constant. In fact, he did announce his plan several times, just openly to people in the film. It's just like, motherfucker, did you just whisper, like, in monologue in my ear your plan? Just during a party? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
it just looks crazy and acts crazy. It just didn't work, but story shit aside, you know, the bullshit, the terrible decisions on Zack Snyder, who doesn't even give a shit about the comics to begin with, even admitted to that shit. The actors were good. I think Ben Affleck is perfect for Batman, at least for this style of film. I cannot wait to see his Batman film, the one he's directing himself. And him as a director, he's not bad. He's actually really good.
Didn't know he was going to be directing his own Batman movie. I knew they were going to do a Batman movie. I didn't know he was going to be directing it, though.
From what I've heard, he is directing it himself because he absolutely loves playing Batman, from what I've heard. It's so sad, though. I don't know if you ever saw the interview with him and the guy that plays Superman on this one show, but that when they were being interviewed a few months, or at least like a month or so after the release of the movie in theaters, he looks so sad.
Yeah, I did see that. You know he had to have been disappointed at how poorly that movie played out.
Oh my God. And he kind of knew it from what I've heard rumor-wise, that it was going to be a flop just because the director, Zack fucking Snyder, doesn't seem to understand Batman and Superman. He just wants to create dark drama. That's it. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't understand the characters. I mean, it's like what I said in a trailer reaction some time ago. I can't remember which one. It might have been the original Suicide Squad trailer, but anyway, I said that yes, comics can have dark and dreary shit happen in them, and yes, Bruce can go down the whole road of, oh, my parents are dead and that's why I'm Batman, and Superman can be like, everyone sees me as a threat and I'm more of a god than a man. But at the end of the day, both him and Bruce can, like, just stand on top of a fucking building and joke around and be friendly and be happy. And, you know, there can be good moments.
Exactly.
And Zack Snyder doesn't understand that. He just wants drama, and that's not how you tell a good story.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Batman. I don't really read DC Comics, but the whole Batman fighting Superman thing, I just don't feel like that.
Yeah.
should ever happen, because Batman would, in all reality, get destroyed.
It's very true. Depending on the circumstances, he can beat Superman. It's been proven pretty much in Frank Miller's comic, but yeah, Superman could just flick a finger and kill Batman if he wanted to. Hell, he could breathe in his direction and kill him. But I understood Batman's reasons for wanting to attack Batman in this film, take him down, because he saw him as a threat. And legitimately, I agree with him. Superman was a threat, sort of, in the first film. From the perspective of a human level, he's crashing through buildings, not even giving a shit. That's not Superman. Hell, this is another thing I don't like about Zack. He doesn't understand Superman's idea of the world. If you just read one comic, Superman thinks the world is cardboard, and he's having to fight in it. He knows he can easily destroy everything around him, so he does everything he can not to hit anything. But in that movie, he was just like, whatever. Zod, I'm taking you through 50 buildings, motherfucker. I don't care if anyone dies on the ground. There are people... That's what I love about the beginning of Batman vs. Superman. There are people dying because of this.
Yeah, there's like, we just killed like half of fucking New York. Who gives a shit?
Fucking Clark is just killing tons of people with rubble and shit flying from these buildings. Buildings he doesn't have to fight around. He could literally knock Zod into a fucking desert if he wanted to and fight there. But no, he's like, fuck it! Crashing through every single skyscraper. Oh wait, I almost missed that business down there. Let me just fly you down here and bust you through that. And so, from a human perspective, especially from Bruce Wayne's perspective, on the ground seeing this madness happening, I could see him going, maybe Superman doesn't give a shit about us. Maybe he doesn't care if any of us dies. It's kind of fucked up he's letting us get just crushed by rubble he's creating.
I totally agree. Yeah, that I do understand that. And I don't know. The way they portrayed Batman in these movies, I can kind of understand Superman's point of view too. As in Batman's kind of the dark killer vigilante that's been really popular lately.
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand both of their perspectives, but I don't know.
I understand both of their perspectives, and I like them. But I think they should be able to come to an understanding faster. And
instead of just Martha. Oh, wait, we have mothers that share the same name. Oh, I guess we shouldn't fight anymore.
I love that scene. I love how it's been parodied, too. It's like, he hears the name Martha, and he's like, Mama, Martha. Your mother's name's the same as mine. You're now my best friend.
Let's hold hands and kiss, man.
You're my brother from another mother named Martha. Just no. What should have happened was they should have had a rumble. I could see them throwing down, but then Superman would quickly knock down Batman, and then quickly show he's not the killer, he's not the monstrous god that Batman's kind of come to see him as. It just shows he's a humble, godlike being, even though he fucking destroys everything around him. It doesn't give a shit about collateral damage or public property or lives. But, Batman could quickly... Because Batman's logical. He's going through a hard time, yes, but he is logical in the end, and he could have been like, oh, I guess I was wrong about you. I still have my feelings about what you do, but, maybe you're not as bad as I thought. And then use them both to take on, fucking Jesse Eisenberg's, weird Zod baby thing. Doomsday.
Yeah, that was...
Or should I say the Lord of the Rings troll, cave troll.
Don't get me wrong, it was cool, but Doomsday?
Yeah, and not only that, he's literally the baby of Eisenberg and Zod. What? How? I've seen people, just lose their shit over this before, but...
What he should have did, if he was so smart, instead of naming it, Doomsday, he should have named it Martha, and that would have stopped all the fighting right there.
God damn it. Doomsday comes from space, first off, you fucking idiot. Read a book! He just shows up like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Superman, and he does. That's the story. Yeah. The end. It's that simple. Yeah. You don't have to make a fucking Eisenberg Zod bastard child.
That was pretty much Wonder Woman fighting that guy all by herself, because Batman was way not strong enough, and Superman was just getting his ass kicked, so pretty much Wonder Woman just fought him all by herself.
I know. Oh my god. Wonder Woman. I know, people, we've been talking about this for 30 minutes now, but shut the fuck up. I need to talk about this. Wonder Woman's theme. Oh my god. Anytime that theme started, I'm like, yes! Kill everything, Wonder Woman. Beat shit to death. Do it. Be an Amazon. Oh my god.
She was badass. She is a badass.
But she was so underused in that film. Oh my god. And even
I know. She didn't even really become Wonder Woman until the very end.
Even just as Diana, she had very good chemistry with the other actors, and she just worked. She just worked well, and I just look so forward to seeing a full movie of just that.
Anyways, moving on.
30 minutes later.
30 minutes later. Jinx, show me a Coke. Actually, I hate Coke. God, I worked for Coke.
Oh, God.
Never drinking a Coke again. You owe me a Pepsi.
I used to drink Coke. Hell, I used to drink Pepsi, but I've just kind of gotten out that I just stayed off them for so long that when I tried to go back, it was like, okay, it's pure syrup. This is disgusting.
I know. I drank a Mountain Dew at work the other day, and I was like, holy crap, I used to drink this like every day.
See, that's what I drink now. Then again, it's mostly orange juice, so
So now that we've talked about the other two movies for half an hour, what about that Suicide Squad?
Oh my god. Yeah, about them Suicide Squads.
That one's coming out soon, man.
Yeah, that one I am seeing in theaters. I didn't go see Batman vs. Superman in theaters, but this one I will see day one.
God, I see like all of them in theaters. I'm bad. Yeah, I even went and seen Batman vs. Superman, even after I heard it was terrible.
Well, I already knew it was going to be just before. Like the first, like when they fucking announced the whole Frank Miller type shit, I was like, nope, you're lying. I ain't going to go see it for day one. But this one, you sold me. It is a Suicide Squad film. You've got a Suicide Squad. You're throwing them at something that's probably going to kill them. Done. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. And I mean, I love the humor. Like, I love the whole Suicide Squad vibe, especially right after, and this is crossing, brands, but after the Deadpool movie, dude, I loved the Deadpool movie. I've watched it like 6 times.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god!
I know.
Stop this podcast right now and go watch Deadpool.
I'm sorry.
I own it.
Don't.
I'll send it to you.
I know, heresy, but dear God, there's few things I've seen from it and heard about. I'm just like, fuck yes. And first off, Fox, finally, you fucking weren't scared to make a movie.
Oh my god, it is so good, dude. Like, literally, after this podcast is over, you need to just stop what you're doing and go watch this movie.
I do need to, man. I need to find some time to watch it first, but I need to see it because everything I've heard is good. But anyway, Suicide Squad to me has this like a similar feel, you know? The whole anti-hero / villain / good guy / end of the world people. It's just crazy nonsense, just camaraderie, banter, crazy bullshit, crazy action, crazy enemies, just crazy hot Harley ass, that kind of shit.
One thing I kind of that was brought up at work that I thought was a pretty cool kind of insight was the way that Batman looks evil in it, because it's from a villain's point of view.
Oh my god.
It's just that he looks evil and like scary.
Dude.
And if you think about it from a bad guy's point of view, that's the way he would look.
Dude, I literally never thought about that until right now. Holy shit, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, like one of my friends at work was talking about it, and I was like, that does make sense. That's actually a really good way to see why he almost looks like a demon, like instead of a person.
Yeah, well, if you've ever seen the special anime movie for Batman called Gotham Knight, that's kind of the thing. That's why there's different perspectives of him, because that's how different people see him. And that's why he changes styles so often in the cartoon. But that makes sense here, because he looks like he's made of almost like black, like just latex or something. Latex melted. I don't know, for that split second you see him with those weird yellow eyes.
Yeah, like it's almost like he's a demon. Because, I mean, obviously they're going to be scared of him because it's fucking Batman.
Oh, of course. Well, except the Joker. He's fucking in love with the guy. So
he pretty much is.
I know. I mean, anything I've ever seen the Joker... Anytime you get in the Joker's mind, first off, it's scary as fuck. But he always has these very romantic scenes with Batman. Even though they don't really portray a romantic scene, it feels like a romantic scene.
Exactly.
Oh my god, but yeah, I can't believe I never thought about that like that. It's fucking symbolism. I'm good at spotting that shit. God damn it.
I know. I never spot that shit before you.
Oh my god, but
that's why we make such a good team.
Exactly.
I'm grounded and you see symbolism.
Exactly. God damn it. I need to step up my game, man. I can't have you looking for the symbolism. We'll be here all day.
Exactly. Dude, I'm terrible at symbolism.
One thing I am excited for this film, and I've already spouted it out during my reaction I just recorded today for it, but Will Smith. Will Smith is back, motherfuckers.
Oh, dude, I love Will Smith.
This is the Bad Boys 2 Will Smith right here.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you know, people can talk crap all they want, but there are very few Will Smith movies I've seen I didn't like Will Smith in. Some of them weren't the best movies.
Yeah.
But whatever he plays, I like the character.
The only one I've seen that it was just awkward really listening to him was After Earth. Just because he was having to speak that weird, wonky, new future accent, which didn't make sense and kind of sounded like he was speaking in leet or memes.
Yeah, it's been a really long time since I've seen that movie, so I can't place it in my head. But I know what you're talking about. I remember it being weird.
If I remember right, it's something like, it's like is. It's like, oh my god, he sounds like he has the fucking mental state of a 4-year-old. What's going on? And it was 2.5 hours of that? What the fuck? No, that's the only film I've ever seen him in where I was like, I just, Will, what the fuck, man? I know you want your kid to be famous, but this is not the way.
Yeah, should have did a different kind of movie. Should have did zombie movies. Everybody gets famous when they're in a zombie movie.
Exactly. But, yeah, he hadn't done a good, like, Bad Boys 2, like, shoot a motherfucker type film in a long time, and this is a good return to form, if you ask me.
I really like all the characters. I don't know what I feel about the Joker that's in it yet. I mean, I'm used to seeing a certain kind of Joker, but I like Harley and all the other characters. I like, Will Smith as Deadshot. Yeah. There's a lot of good here.
I'm loving them for all kinds of different reasons. Mostly the humor each one brings. I really like what they're doing with Captain Boomerang, especially that one fucking scene with the lighter, dear God. Like, oh, you the fiery bloke, eh? Ah, watch this. Ooh, fire. Ooh.
That scene made me laugh so hard.
It's such a jackass moment. It's like, oh my God, this is beautiful. But yeah, Margot as Harley. Dear God, first off, hot as fuck. But secondly, she got the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, me so horny.
Dude.
Me so good.
But just sexiness to the side, she pulls the character off in her own way. It's not the Harley we know from cartoons and shit. But it is her Harley. And she's pulling it off, and she looks like a comic book version of Harley.
Yeah. You can just show her from the behind all day. She doesn't. I don't have to actually see her face when she's talking. She can just be facing away from the camera at all times.
That's basically been her character so far in the trailers, just the ass shot. I really don't know what her face looks like. They've mostly sold her on her ass alone. That's what this movie's being sold on, really. But yeah, Deadshot, Will Smith. I think he's going to pull the character off real well. Killer Croc's a little. The mask and shit is a little... I don't know, it's kind of goofy to me. It's a little funny to me, especially since he can't really move in it. All he can really emote with is his eyes, which he does so well. like the scene at the end of the newest trailer when Harley's walking away and it's an obvious ass shot yet again. But like all the guys are looking and he just kind of like doves his eyes towards the guys as he slowly moves his head towards them because the mask won't allow him to move any faster. But then he instantly darts his eyes back at her like, damn.
The problem is I didn't notice his eyes because I was too focused on the ass, man.
But his eyes emote so much. But his eyes are the actor in this film, basically. But going back to Joker, I gotta say, I didn't feel him at first. Because he looks like the bastard child of Marilyn Manson and a scary clown. But
exactly. Yeah, he doesn't... I don't know. I'm not going to judge until I see the film. I feel like he's definitely psycho looking, and I get that, like, he's a crazy asshole vibe.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I feel the Joker.
Honestly, I just hated the idea of him being the Joker. His look, the way he was acting, everything about him just didn't work. But, then the whole thing with Heath Ledger went down, and everyone thought he was going to be terrible, but then he got so in character while on the set and even off the set, that he became the Joker. He became his own Joker, and it just worked. And from what I've heard, Jared Leto is basically doing the same thing. He's going crazy on set and off set. Hopefully he doesn't die in the process. We all know how that turned out for Heath Ledger.
Rest in peace, Heath.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Wherever
Heath. You were fucking amazing, mon frere.
You were the best Joker of all time.
Whether you be in the arms of Cthulhu or just in the ground feeding a tree, you were amazing, my friend. But, Jared Leto seems to be getting really into the character, so that's kind of selling me that he is trying really hard to be the Joker. Plus, you gotta remember, too, that the Joker he's crazy. He changes.
He is crazy as shit.
Well, even the cartoons and comics, he changes personalities and methods of how he portrays himself so often that it may seem like multiple personalities, but it works because they're all his own personality, even though they seem different. So Jared Leto, frankly, for all we know, a week ago, he could have been the, regular Mark Hamill Joker, but then he just went, fuck it, I'm going Marilyn Manson this week. And I'm painting faces on fishes. Why not? I'm going to do that too while I'm at it. Harley, I'm going to drop you an acid so you can be like me. Let's do this.
Oh, God. If Mark Hamill could put his Joker voice in a younger body.
Oh, my God.
I love Mark Hamill's Joker voice, but he's so old now.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he could never play Joker on the big screen, but dear God, his voice, I cannot wait to see The Killing Joke.
Oh, God.
It's coming out so soon, and oh, my God. Oh, my God, I can't even get the words out. When he read the fucking script out loud, and he actually did the whole... when he did the line, all it takes is one bad day. When he read that line, I just, I shit myself out of happiness. It was amazing.
It's just so funny that Luke Skywalker, the main protagonist in the Star Wars series, can play such an amazing villain. He is such a good bad guy.
I know. He looks insane when he's doing the voice too. If you've ever seen him do the actual booth work, they actually portrayed a lot of the animations that the Joker did in the cartoon off of what he did in the sound booth.
Well, apparently Mark Hamill himself wanted to go bad in the Star Wars movies. Apparently, he wanted to go to the dark side. You know that actually, after hearing him as a Joker, I really honestly think that could have worked. He would have played a really good Sith.
Oh my God, he would have. He would have had the muhaha down at least for sure. But him as the Joker's voice, amazing. As a Joker in a film, no, it would never work. But, Jared Leto, though, his look has grown on me. And it just, to me, has become a new variation of Joker. One of his many personalities. It's not just, oh, look, we're trying to be the new edgy Joker. No, it's just, oh, this is just one of his personalities for this week.
Yeah, this is the really, really psycho, serial killer Joker.
And, frankly, looking at more of the scenes they've been releasing, he has a very Heath Ledger approach in how he's trying to act calm, but then also a little obscene at the same time, really making you uneasy whenever he looks at you, that type of shit. So I think it's just going to be a Marilyn Manson-esque version of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny, too, because the Joker has no powers, but he is probably one of the scariest villains in comic books.
He doesn't need powers. He's so insane.
He is a crazy motherfucker.
He's so insane that he's not insane. He's literally super sane. He's I'm not even joking. That's how they've analyzed him in the comics. He is super sane. He's more sane than everyone else. It's very fucked up. He has all of the disorders at once. It's not a joke. He's literally been analyzed by so many psychiatrists and psychologists in the actual comics. They've diagnosed him with over 100 different disorders.
He's so insane that he converted a psychiatrist.
Yeah, within a minute, pretty much too. I mean, he talked to her for 5 minutes, and she became Harley Quinn. That easy. That's how he works, though. And this is a guy that can stop Darkseid. This is a guy that could end the world if he wanted to on just a moment's notice, all because he's that intelligent and he's that manipulative.
Oh, he's smart as shit. He is insane, but he is intelligent.
But what I love is that even though he is intelligent and he could end the world if he wanted to, he still at the same time tries to trademark fish. Best fucking episode of the original animated series. My God. I want to get these fish trademarked. They have my face. You will trademark them.
Wow. I didn't see that one, but it sounds amazing.
Dude, watch it.
I'll watch that if you watch Deadpool.
You know what? It's a fucking deal, okay? You need to look up the fish episode, the trademarking fish episode. It's one of the best nonsense episodes, but one of the scariest fucking episodes, too. He kills several people with his gas and shit in that one, and it's so freaky to watch. And my God,
yeah, I'll have to check it out.
That's what I love about 90s cartoons. They weren't afraid to scar children back then.
Hey, and that's what happens. That's how you get people like us.
Yeah, my God. Seriously, dude. We're more interesting than most people. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm really awesome. Not to brag, but you know.
Yeah. You know what? You're not even bragging. People that grew up during the 90s, they're generally more awesome than normal people because they grew up with actual shit, actual good entertainment.
Exactly. I know. We weren't we weren't around when the microwave was invented, but we were sure as fuck around when video games became a thing.
Mm-hmm. And we were sure as hell around when the microwave got better.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't something that gave you cancer like the first weekend. Oh, son of a bitch.
Anyways.
Oh, man. Yeah, anyways.
So what's up next?
What's up next? You know what? Let me check my notes because I have no fucking idea how to segue into this next thing. Guess, if you wanted to, I know you're doing a video on it later because you've already talked to me about this a little bit, but the Clone Wars have begun, as we both know.
Oh, God. The Console Wars remastered.
Begun? The Clone Wars have.
So, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a Nintendo Mini version and a Sega Mega Drive Mini version, both releasing around... Well, the Sega Mega doesn't have, a release date, but the Nintendo is going to be in November. Mm. And they're basically just miniature versions of the retro consoles.
Exactly, and it's no secret Sega just released this shit to take on Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, but...
And I mean, the Sega does have 80 games as opposed to the Nintendo's 30, and the Sega does do cartridges, so you're going to be able to put cartridges in it.
Yes.
But I've tried a lot of those Sega console things that they make that are really cheap. Yes. And they're terrible. And they're using the same emulation, and the same company is making this. So I really, really worry about that.
It's a good reason to worry because I did a little research actually. Right when you told me about it, and I was like, what? In my text, I did some research right then and found out some pretty scary shit about the Sega one, actually. Yes, it's able to actually accept regular cartridges, so you don't have to necessarily play the games on it. You can play your own original Genesis games. But, this thing apparently is not going to work well on most modern televisions, from what I've heard.
Because it's got composite or component cables, and it doesn't have HDMI cables. So it's going to have the same problem that you have when you connect a retro console to your HDMI TV and it looks like shit.
So, you know what?
It's going to have the same problem.
It's a true retro experience. That's how I look at it. It's almost impossible to work.
Exactly. Well, the nice thing about the Nintendo Mini, is that it's going to be an HDMI connection, so it's going to really be set for HDMI TVs.
Exactly. It's going to be for high-resolution products, so it's actually going to work with pretty much everything. Whereas the Sega one, good luck. That's all I got to say.
And I mean, aside from the fact that the Sega has more games, the games on the Nintendo are really good looking. I looked through the list of games. It's got all the Mario games, the Zelda games. It's got Punch-Out and Excite Bike and Donkey Kong. Pretty much all the good stuff is there.
Yeah, I could say the same, at least for some of the titles, at least the ones they show on the package for the Sega one, like all the Sonic games, all the Mortal Kombats. I'm guaranteeing you Killer Instinct's on there, because, come on, it's Killer Instinct. But I don't know of many others on there, but I guarantee you about half of them are not ones that everyone's going to want.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably my downfall that I didn't really... I mean, I owned Sega consoles, but they were always kind of an afterthought. I always owned Nintendo consoles growing up, so I'm not as familiar with a lot of the Sega games, but looking at the package, obviously I knew the Sonics and Mortal Kombats, but a lot of the other stuff just kind of looked like things I'd never heard of.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing with me and Nintendo, mostly, too, because I sadly was mostly I played Super Nintendo all the time growing up, but I also played the Sega Genesis a lot. I barely came in at the end of the original Nintendo, so I only got to play mostly the popular titles, and that's about it. Most of the others, though, I played were shitty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think all games in general were pretty shitty back then.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, about half of the games built into the Nintendo Mini are like half of the games nobody really wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I thought that almost everything on the Nintendo Mini looked pretty good, but I played most of those games. So we're on opposite sides of the remaster war.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh, yeah, well, oh, shit. I never thought about that.
But
we've taken sides officially, people. It's Hot Not Man versus Mr. Tigglez.
And Mr. Tigglez' side is better. Everybody vote for him. Go, go, go.
What? What? You son of a bitch.
This podcast is on my channel this week. Everybody like me, please.
You're going to... I'm going to just edit you out of this whole thing. How about that? I don't care if I sound crazy talking to myself. I'm just going to edit your ass out. I'm just going to delete your whole line of audio.
We're going to watch this back, and it's going to be like, and Mr. Tigglez, and it's just silence. I'm not even there.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to this whole mini system thing, I know a lot of people are so stoked for it and shit like that, but I don't really care. It's no different than any other emulator that comes out, frankly. And frankly, I can get all those games for the Nintendo for free online with a PC emulator. So
don't tell anybody.
It's a secret. Sorry, shit, Nintendo, don't attack us. I can already see it. We're gonna get fucking DMCA for just talking about Nintendo.
I don't do that.
Dude, I wouldn't even be surprised, actually. Nintendo does DMCA for people just talking about their shit sometimes. It's amazing. For shit that's years old, too.
What assholes. Don't crazy. DMC me.
Yeah, Nintendo, at least, okay, sorry. Nintendo Japan, you suck when it comes to fucking copyright.
But we love you.
Yes, we love you. Keep making games. But fucking learn the law, at least American side of it, and learn how to fucking market your games. YouTube is free advertisement. Learn your fucking marketing. Oh my god. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me make sure that we get flagged, actually, for this video. Pokemon Go! Done.
Now everybody will find it, even those old men that are trying to fap and we're ruining their experience.
Yay! I've had my fun for the day.
They're like big ass bouncing tits, and then they get the Not Too Salty Gaming podcast.
Now, with our luck, since there is no Pokemon Go hentai out there currently, we will be the thing that pops up when somebody types in Pokemon Go hentai. Oh shit, yeah, look at these two fat guys, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna get up in there between those sweaty rolls.
Oh my god.
Why do we always go there?
Crease jobs. Oh my god, I think I just created a new fetish. Let's stop that before I give too many filmmakers ideas. Oh, who am I kidding? There's already someone in Germany making this shit, probably.
But yeah, I mean, back to the mini consoles.
Yeah.
I just worry about the quality of the Sega. I mean, if it's good, then it's good. I'll probably get them both. I did really like... Did you actually go to Nintendo's website there for the Nintendo Mini?
No, I did not.
Oh my god, it's so cool. It's all retro looking. It looks like it's a commercial from like the 80s.
Oh, I have seen the packaging, and it does look very retro.
Oh, it is so retro. It's so cool. Even like their advertisements for like their $9.99 controller that you can buy for a second controller. Like,
Yeah.
it's all like retro. The whole thing is cool. It just looks like it's all old school.
I will give Nintendo that. When it comes to paying respect retro-wise, they do a very good job doing that shit.
Well, I mean, really honestly, when you think about it, I mean, I don't even own Nintendo consoles anymore, but everything they do is retro or remaster. They always are remastering Mario or Zelda. They don't really do a lot of new things. They do an innovative, like, console stuff, but as far as, like, games go and, like, the different, like, you know, different kinds of games they have, it's all just the same stuff remastered.
Yeah, frankly, in my opinion, Nintendo plays it safe way too much. But then again, when they don't play it safe, they go like full on over the fucking edge technology-wise. And like both ways kind of hurt them because Nintendo Wii, it had its major problems. And then the Wii U, and that had its problems. And the NX, I guarantee you, will have something completely new that just is wonky as fuck when it first comes out.
I've heard rumor that that's supposed to release like March of next year, and we know nothing about it.
What?
That's probably just a rumor. Don't quote me. I just heard this secondhand.
Okay.
So this could be totally rumor, but if so, we've heard nothing on it. There's not even another E3 in between this and then.
I was about to say, because that's... What? They just released the fucking logo for it, and they've already got the goddamn system right? No,
I had one guy
way.
saying that he thinks it's going to be a full-on virtual reality console. I'm like, yeah, that would... I don't know.
You know
I
what?
don't think so.
I wouldn't doubt it. Not to say it'd be good, but I wouldn't doubt Nintendo would make a move like that.
Oh, yeah. They as far as... It's really weird. It's a separation between their games and their consoles. They're really super innovative with their console, but then with their games, they just stick to the same old tried-and-true method.
Yeah, they never really take a chance. It's like when it came to like the Wii and Wii U. They tried so hard to make those first few games work with it. I mean, Metroid Prime Corruption, I love that game, and it worked really well with the Wii, but then many other games made for the Wii didn't work with that whole, signal receiver, so they just gave up.
Yeah,
like
pretty much anything that was not made by Nintendo.
Yeah, almost... Every other game after that barely used the Wii remotes. You just played. And it's like, what's the point? They're so innovative, but they just don't want to stick with the innovation. That's why I say it's usually a downfall for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably at least get the Nintendo remake. Even though I can play the games on my computer. Even though I don't do that, don't look at me.
It's for free, people. Open your eyes, you sheeple.
Even though I don't do that.
Illuminati!
But even though I can play all those games on my computer, which I definitely don't do, I will probably still get it just to have as like a collector's item. I may not even open it. I may just put it on my shelf. Just as like a, that was my first console. Like that was where I started.
As a retro piece of useless thing... Yeah, it would be nice for, like, setting up your room and just being like, hey, that's cool, isn't it? Right? Yeah, it's really cool. Awesome, I'm glad I have that. But it's just nothing super amazing like they're trying to make it out to be. Everyone's treating it like a new console release, and it's just, I don't get
I know.
that. Dude, first off, old console. Secondly, emulator, can go buy one at Walmart right now. Third, games are free on PC. Fourth, It has built-in games, so you can't ever play any other games, so it's not that exciting.
Yeah.
No, that one Jaws game I wanted to play, I can't play it on the system. Damn it!
Oh, that game was so good.
Oh, fuck that. I died constantly in that game. Fuck that game.
Dude, I'm a little disappointed that the Flintstones game isn't on it, man. I love that game.
At least tell me the Ninja Turtles game, the first one, is on there.
I didn't see it. That's actually disappointing. I thought about that, too. It was funny when I was looking at the list, I was looking for that game specifically.
Dude, that's heresy. That's fucking heresy.
I know. I guess I'll just have to emulate it. I mean, not emulate it.
We fully do not support emulating. Pirate that shit. No, don't pirate, but do. But don't, but do.
This podcast is in no way, shape, or form, supporting emulation in any way, shape, or form.
Subscribe to Hot Nut Man.
Yeah, except for Karlon, he supports it, just not me.
Wait, what? Fuck you, I'm not going down with Nintendo, okay? Nintendo's not going to fuck me, drag me. No. I am not getting sued by their stupid ass lawyers.
They're like, but Mr. Tigglez said.
Well, you see, Karlon, fair use means we think it's not fair, so you're sued. God damn it. That shit still pisses me off. But yeah, as for the minis, not excited about them. Might get the NES just for looks in the room. That's about it.
All right, so what about all that Overwatch stuff? I know you were excited about it.
Dude, there's so much shit. Oh my god, there's probably a good fucking couple hours worth of stuff I learned, but hell, I couldn't even copy down enough information that was rapid fires. But yes, recently a couple of awesome little hackers data mined their way into the actual Overwatch game and found a lot of sound files, even some that are planned like 4 years ahead. Yeah, 4 years in the future, crazy. Sound effects is crazy, but they found dozens and dozens and dozens of new voice lines, map sounds, announcer voice lines, and a lot of giveaways for maps and characters and shit like that. So let me look at my list, because I had to write this whole thing down. There's no way I can remember it.
I did look into it as well, and I saw some stuff like specifically from Reinhardt and Diva that were like looking towards like new maps, like a Brewfest map.
Yeah.
Some stuff like that.
Yeah, like for Diva, there's possibly going to be an actual Korean map, possibly, since she's like, I will protect my homeland. And it's like, wait,
I've heard that.
Homeland? Yep. It must be a Korean map. And Reinhardt, he's like, this is my home, or something. I shall protect my home, or I don't know, but it's clearly, it's going to be someplace in Germany, which is badass. But there's a lot of lines. Let me look over my notes real quick here, but there's a lot of lines that give away possible new modes and possibly new gameplay types. Maybe even a leveling MOBA system to a certain extent.
Yeah, I heard that. Like all the lines of them saying like I leveled up.
Yeah, like your hero has leveled up. And round 18. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that's really weird.
Holy shit. Wait, so that's a lot of people are going, wait, is that solo play? Like solo versus solo? You know, like round 18.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know how they would incorporate a leveling system without breaking what they already have.
The only thing I can think is trying to do like a Battleborn styled MOBA.
Yeah, but Battleborn's failed. Overwatch is winning. There's no reason for them to take on Battleborn style.
Basically. Well, I guess if you want to just kick them while they're down, you could, but still.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make them look bad and do better at their game than they did.
Let's see. There's also lines for like, set up here by Winston. He basically just screams out, set up here. So maybe there's going to be some form of defense. Maybe like defending a position with actual like weaponry. Maybe defenses of some kind.
I saw some people talking about it as well. They said that a lot of those lines sounded like they could be ways to communicate with people that don't have a mic or aren't on mic. Like set up here or enemies gathering kind of thing.
Possibly. And there is a mark target line. I think it was Tracer and maybe Reinhardt that said them, but it's something like target there and got him marked, something like that. So we're clearly going to be getting a lot of non-headset signals to be using.
That would be kind of interesting if it was similar to like Battlefield, where you could mark people and then like maybe on the map they glow like when you use like Widow's actual like sensor and everybody glows red.
Exactly.
Something similar to that. That'd be pretty cool. Like you could mark a target.
Well, it'd also be good for when the fuckers on your team don't have headsets and all of them want to lone wolf it and not listening to each other.
Exactly.
You can be like, target there. Done.
I wish I could mark them with a thing that says, hey, when I buff you with Anna, don't run away, you asshole.
Exactly. Dear God. Oh, my God. But there was several other things like announcements from the announcer lady saying like, weapons discharge detected and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people are assuming that this might actually mean there's going to be an objective-based mode at some point. So like enemy player team will be working their way up, sort of like with points right now. You know how you got A and B, you got to work your way up till the very end. Well, they're thinking now that maybe there'll be some kind of like battlefield conquest system, where you have actual objectives. There was even a line that says like data transfer nearly complete.
Yeah,
So,
I also heard one that said dropship above.
That was another one.
Yep.
Let's see. And there's possibly going to be a base defense mode of some kind because there is a voice line that says unauthorized personnel access detected.
I mean, and I'm actually excited for that because I love the game, but there are very few game modes, and the ones I do have are kind of getting stale. Ooh. They're all point protection. I really would like some other variety.
There were a couple other lines. I can't really remember what they were, but they hinted at a possible capture the flag scenario.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, so like maybe Halo-style capture the flag. I could see that working here.
That would work because you got tanks and healers.
Exactly.
Like a Reinhardt defending the guy that's carrying the flag.
And you got a lot of like speedsters like Tracer who could quickly make it halfway. Maybe Holt the flag carrier. Maybe the flag
Tracer
carrier
would be a beast to capture the flag.
Fuck yeah, a whole team of Tracers. That'd be fucking annoying. There's let's see, what was it? Oh my god, why are my notes so long? Oh, that's right. Possibly a new game mode involving obviously teams, but one player would be the assassination target. And like a lot of people are calling it king mode because there's several lines referring to a king. One line coming from Tracer that says, "God save the king." And then another line from Reaper that says, "Coming at the king? I don't think so."
That was a pretty good Tracer impression.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I can barely hear myself, so I wouldn't know. I have very good sound canceling headset on. But yeah, so those two lines have people thinking maybe there's going to be some kind of assassination mode where the whole team can respawn, but the main player would be stronger, but if they die, the other team wins.
That would be kind of cool.
So that would be cool. I could see somebody going full-on tank like Roadhog or something, really getting the major hit points, then doubling up with the king effect, and then just kind of like staying back, but then going to town on anyone that dares get close to them. And I could see that being a fair gameplay scenario.
Yeah, I also, we talked about this a lot in the last podcast. I also heard a lot of lines that were pointing towards a stealth character, which was something I was talking about, and I was really excited for. I think that would be awesome. Have a stealth character. I still kind of wish they go in the direction I was talking, where it's more about like disabling the enemies or disarming them and debuffing the enemies.
Yeah.
But I think stealth could be pretty cool, and there's really no stealth in Overwatch right now.
There's yet again another line from Reaper that hints towards a possible new character. It's good to be working with you again.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like, so it could technically be existing characters, so because it's not really naming anyone, but a lot of people are assuming Sombra, obviously, but it could frankly be for any villain-like character in the future.
Exactly.
There was another... Oh, that's right. This one could possibly be a new character, because this is a voice no one recognized. It was a bunch of grunting and shivering. Yeah, and everyone's like, who the fuck is that? It sounds sort of like a maybe possibly Englishy guy. I'm not sure, maybe a possible British accent. It's very hard to tell with the it's very incomprehensible, but it's no one's voice that we know now. So this could be a male character we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and the ones that pointed towards stealth, I know there were a lot of lines where people are like, there's an enemy nearby that we can't see, or a stealther, or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what they read, but they were pointing towards an enemy that couldn't be seen.
Yeah, I did hear a couple of those, so yeah, that's very true. I'm looking forward to a possible stealth character. I think that would add on to the gameplay, and add yet another annoyance to piss me off.
Exactly. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole Anna character, she is a cool addition. She's not my style. A stealth character, I could see myself playing a stealth character.
Yeah. Oh, and there was another announcer lady voice thingy. What was it exactly? I remember. Where is it on my list? Oh, balancing team or something like that. So it's very possible that the competitive style, how competitive kind of matches you up with others of your skill ranking. A lot of people think that this line could be applied to a new form of quick play where you're more balanced out teams. So it's not like you got level 13s with like level 30 twice prestiged characters on your team.
Yeah.
No, you'll be like 13s or like let's just say an average of like say 12 to 16 characters versus 12 to 16 characters. So it's more of a balanced playing experience and a little more fair.
Exactly. Yeah, and that makes sense. And I mean, I'm a lower rank, so it is sometimes hard when I look at the people that I'm playing against and they're super high.
Well, I'm barely further than you are. I've just now hit like level 31, but
I'm like 26 now.
I'm so far off from even prestiging once, but I'm going up against people that have prestiged thrice.
Exactly.
So it's
it does make it kind of hard
shit.
to level too because I have the game on PC and PS4, so I'm kind of split it up at this point. But yeah, these guys have played way more than I have.
Yeah, I think it would be a very good decision on Blizzard's part to do that kind of thing. I think more people would feel the system's more fair, and I think this line might be hinting at something like that, which kind of excites me, actually.
Yeah, it's just crazy, though. I mean, especially with, like, the leveling and the skills. I just don't know how that's going to affect the ecosystem of the game.
Yeah. Oh, another line that was kind of interesting, but a lot of people have said it could just refer to the healers in the game. But one of Diva's uncovered lines, she says, I got my pocket healer, something like that. And it's like, wait, what the fuck is she referring to? Nobody can really determine. So either she's talking about a healer, or there might be a possibility of pickups in the future, like pickup items or maybe attachments.
Yeah.
So maybe Diva could have an attached healer capsule, like one-use item or something during that play. I don't know. Like most people are thinking it's going to be an item, and I think it could be too because I personally wouldn't call Mercy a pocket healer. I don't know
No, I think that would have been a cool item almost for Ana. Just chuck like a pocket heal like item on the ground or something.
Yeah, something like that. So
it's too late now, but
yeah. Well, once again, going back to that leveling system line, this could apply to that too. Maybe you get better, like if they do have a MOBA style gameplay mode. If you're leveling up, maybe you can do like a MOBA thing and buy items on the side anytime you die or return to home base and get better items and upgrade them. Quick upgrade in the game moment type shit.
Exactly. I hope if they do that, like a MOBA style, it's a separated game mode that you can choose to play because I really like it the way it is. I don't really want to level up. I just want to go in, choose my character, and kill shit.
I don't think Blizzard will. The only thing I could see them doing to quick play is adding that balancing thing. I don't foresee them getting rid of the current quick play we have now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all I worry. I mean, it'd be a cool side mode where you can go in and play once in a while, and I'd be totally fine with that. But, a lot of the times, I only have a little bit of time to play, and I just want to hop in and play a quick match or two.
Exactly. Yeah, but all these lines have they've given me a lot of like good feelings about the future for this game. It really feels like from a lot of these lines that there is going to be several new game modes coming our way. Not just the quick play and competitive, but like actual maybe defense modes, maybe some actual assassination modes, King of the Hill modes, Capture the Flag modes, and maybe even a MOBA style mode for MOBA players that want more MOBA in their Overwatch.
MOBA. Movie.
They
want a little bit more movie up in this shizzle.
Well, that's what Roadhog's forced.
Dude, Roadhog's my man, dude. Look at his belly. He's got a tiggle on his belly.
I know!
A tiggle that wiggles.
My God, a fucking, Audi found the best purpose for an Audi. It's just amazing.
Oh, man. I need a logo with Roadhog's belly.
Shit. Oh, man,
but anyways, yeah, lots of cool stuff coming up. Oh, I did hear one thing I did forget that I just thought of. Halloween costumes.
What?
Did you hear the voice lines that sounded like it could be Halloween costumes?
No!
They were talking about... They were talking about wearing... I can't remember exactly the lines that I heard, but it was like they were talking about the costume that they were wearing, and it sounded like Halloween costumes. And so like what I was watching was like, oh my god, Halloween! They might do like a holiday event.
You know, I wouldn't doubt it. It's Blizzard after all. They like to do seasonal shit, so I could see Halloween and Christmas happening.
Yeah, but some cool like event-driven like costumes that you can only get during those holidays, and then use whenever the hell you want. That'd be pretty cool. They'd actually cause you to want to log in during those times.
Oh man, if that's like a competitive thing, you guarantee goddamn tea I'm gonna go competitive for that shit. I am getting the Halloween outfits.
Dude, me and you both, man. We'll co-op those costumes, and then I'll get them and you won't.
I mean, my Mercy's already got a pretty damn good Halloween costume in the form of that, 1,000 credit demon outfit she's got. Oh my god, she looks badass.
You don't know how tempted I am to buy fucking loot boxes. All I got was Winston. I got a freaking Winston. I played Winston once.
I know. A lot of people complain about the loot box drop rate, like of legendary shit, but I've got 8 legendaries so far, and I'm only level 31. I don't know why I have all the luck.
I've gotten 1 legendary for Winston. It's not even the good one. It's like the frog jump one. It's not even like the cool Safari Winston. And I have not even gotten a basic color change skin for any of the characters that I play. I have the default skins for every single character that I actually play. I don't have anything. I can't even change colors.
I have several decent, mid-range rarity outfits, but I will say, I think I have every puke green skin there is for every character.
Oh, wait, I did lie. I guess I did get a Genji skin, like the puke green one. That's what reminded me, the yellowish one. I did get that, so I lied.
Oh, I forgot. Well, no, I didn't forget. I remember I drove you off a cliff with that. Young Genji, I got that legendary, bitches. I drove you off a cliff.
You asshole. You get the Genji skin, I get the goddamn Winston skin.
People, I chased this guy trying to make him look at me, and he would not. He refused. He was a fellow Genji too, but he was just generic Genji. He was running so hard and jumped off the cliff of Route 66 just to avoid seeing it.
I would rather die than see your young Genji skin, you freaking a-hole.
Oh my god, it's the one with the green outfit too. It's beautiful.
That was funny. You're like, you will see it, you have no choice. I'm like, nope.
My God. I know. It's perfect. You're like, no, you didn't even make a sound. You just went off the cliff. Just like, nope, it's not going to happen. Just ignore me completely. That was funny as hell.
I forgot about that too. I didn't know what you were talking about until like halfway through the sentence. And I was like, oh yeah, that was funny.
I wish I had recorded that shit.
Dude, I wish I was recording. I would have put that on my channel.
Oh my god, that was just too perfect. Like, look at me, Tigglez. Look upon what you could have had.
I'm like, nope.
Nope. Splat. I'm like, well, damn. Now I guess I gotta kill people.
I know. God, makes me want to play Overwatch.
Oh, shit. Yeah, with Ana thrown into the mix, it's become a lot more interesting.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Q&A.
So, I guess it is time to somewhat start getting done with the show. So.
Q&A, 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 Q&A.
Actually, that was pretty good.
That was really good. I'm actually a really good singer, but I just don't ever use it.
I'm probably going to remove my few grunts from that so they can hear the beautiful clarity of your voice. But,
I'm the next Britney Spears.
Oh my god. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, our first Q&A consisting of one question. Oh my god.
Who is this question? Who's it from? Who's the question from?
Actually, this is from a fantastic subscriber of mine, Karth, a longtime subscriber, one of my best ones, a constant commenter, very funny guy? I'm guessing you.
Shout out to him for being our first question.
Shout out to him, her, it. I'm not sure. Karth, put down below. What are you if you want to be known as something?
May the force of all those YouTubers come to your channel.
We need pronouns, Karth. Anyway, the question that Karth posed to us as our very first Q&A question was, what is your favorite movie or video game? Tigglez.
Well, that's hard because I like a lot of movies, but I don't really have like a dead favorite. I have a favorite video game. Final Fantasy VII is by far my favorite video game. But as far as movies go, I'd have to say probably the first Lord of the Rings movie. Not because it's the best one, but because I really wasn't that familiar with Lord of the Rings, and that movie blew my mind open.
Yeah, I could say that too. Definitely one of my favorites. All three of the Lord of the Rings films are definitely some of my favorites. I have hundreds of favorites when it comes to movies.
That's just picking one out of the bunch. There's a lot of movies I like. Yeah, and I think the reason that I picked that movie is just because I went into the theater not really knowing what it was. It was called The Fellowship of the Ring. It didn't sound like something that was going to be, like right up my alley. But I went into that theater just knowing that somebody else who I was with wanted to see it, and the movie blew my mind. Like, I was like, what did I just watch on this television screen that's really big?
The people I converted with that film.
Oh, my God. And then after that, I went and read the series. But, yeah, and I mean, Final Fantasy VII, that's just, I don't know. I actually hated that game at first. I got it when I was really young. It was the only game I had on PlayStation. I kept getting stuck. Like, I could never, get through it. And then I put it down, and I came back to it later, and I ended up beating it 5 times. Like, I just love that game. Like, once I was older, that game was just I don't know, I was like a cult freak for that game.
Oh, God, believe me, I've heard many a fanboy speak about their love for that game.
Oh, yeah.
I sadly never fell into the Final Fantasy crowd. I tried with X10, with X2, I think it was, the one with Yuna as the main star.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah,
that's the problem. You jumped in on the worst game ever made.
Yeah.
You didn't pick one of the good ones.
I know. I got a terrible taste in my mouth from that one, and it just kind of painted my view of Final Fantasy for the next 5 years. You picked the Britney Spears of Final Fantasy games. I know. It was so fucking weird and terrible. It's just shitty, but I am actually thinking about picking up Final Fantasy 15. It looks pretty badass. I tried the Platinum demo out, and I gotta admit, it was pretty fucking cool.
You should try it.
Plus, I'm a fan of Kingdom Hearts, and that's basically Final Fantasy, but with cutesy Disney shit. If I like that, I'm probably gonna like this shit because it had that Kingdom Hearts feel to me, that dreamlike shit.
Kingdom Hearts up and down. Mm-hmm. And with the new remake, the Final Fantasy remake, I'm a really skeptic. I don't pre-order things unless I am certain that it's going to be something that I like. If I have any doubts, I wait. Mm-hmm. But with the new Final Fantasy VII remake, I'm such a big fan of Final Fantasy VII that I don't even like the way it looks. I don't like what they're doing with it, where it's like an episodic game or any of that, but it's probably going to be something I throw my money at no matter what they do. They could just dress everybody up in clown costumes, and I would probably still go down there and put money on a pre-order.
And I guarantee you that's an extra costume option somewhere in the
game. Exactly. I don't say that about very many games, and I think that's what makes it my favorite game, is that even though I hate what they're doing with the new game, I'm still going to end up getting it first day.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I can't talk. With as much love as I've seen thrown at Final Fantasy VII, I wouldn't doubt it. Even though I don't understand it myself because I've never played it, I understand why you would feel that need.
Yeah. So how about you, man? What are your favorite game and movie?
Oh, like I just said a minute ago, there's hundreds of movies. Like I said, Friday the 13th films for horror. I fucking love the cheesy slashers and that kind of shit. Lord of the Rings, I agree with you on that. Avengers, I love me some comic book films. I can't even begin. Pretty much name any top nerdy film or guilty pleasure anyone can have. That's my favorite film.
The first Avengers movie was a really close second behind Lord of the Rings. I went and saw the first Avengers movie in theaters 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, son of a bitch, I saw it 3 times. That was fucking amazing. Everyone thought they couldn't do it. And the reason it never got made is because nobody just had belief it could happen. But they fucking proved them wrong, and my God, I loved that movie. The fucking last half was so epic. Dear God. Man.
Funny story, totally off topic. With the second Lord of the Rings movie, I was in high school, and we skipped an entire month of high school, and we saw the 2 Towers 30 times. I literally saw that movie in theater every day. We'd just take our lunch money and go to the movie theater and see the Lord of the Rings.
I fucking, you know what? You do you. Because that's what I did, basically. I did get to see it in theaters. I saw it in theaters once, but I never got to see it again after that. But when it came out on VHS, I watched it like 50 times because that was my favorite out of... I like the third one, too, for the battles, but the second one, especially the battles of Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep
Dear
battle was
God.
the best.
The Urukai. It just felt like hell was raining down on them.
I think my favorite part was when Gimli's like, you just gotta throw me.
Just,
oh my God.
Just throw me.
I can't jump. You're going to have to throw me.
I can't see him, okay? Shall I get you a box?
Don't tell the elf.
Don't tell the elf.
Oh, God. I love that movie.
I loved how everyone just jumps into the crowd of Urukais and never gets hurt at all. It's beautiful.
I know.
That just screams epic hero when you don't even get stabbed while falling on knives. Come on. The fucking Urukai have their stabs up and they're landing on the stabs and they're not getting stabbed at all. Really?
Dude, if I did that, I'd have fucking knives in all my fat rolls.
Oh my, yeah, exactly. But it just was a very epic film. I have all the extended versions of each film. I fucking love the extended ending to Two Towers.
I've seen the extended versions, but I don't own them, which sucks.
Oh shit, man! You need to own that shit.
Me and my friend, like a long time ago when they first came out, we just spent one day and just watched every extended version.
Oh my God. It's an experience to watch the extended versions together in one marathon. It's beautiful.
Yep. Oh,
especially with
that's
pizza.
what we did, dude. Oh, it was so fun.
But yeah, like I said though, name any top film, any top art film, any top action, horror, comedy, romance. I love it. Any obscure guilty pleasure, I love it. I just love most good known cult classics I've seen and I love for different reasons.
So what about games, man?
Mass Effect.
That was quick. Holy crap, dude! That was like instant.
That one's easy for me. I mean, once again, yeah, I have a lot of favorites in that realm, but
the game was easy for me too. I knew that immediately.
Yeah, well, like I love Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter during the PlayStation 2 era. I love actually a good random title, and some of the more Japanese gaming savvy people out there might know this, but Dark Legion. Or actually, no, it might have just been Legion. I'm not sure. I have not pulled that sucker out forever, but it was basically Monster Rancher / Pokemon, but combined with Devil May Cry.
Wow. Dude, I love the Monster Rancher game where you put the discs in and it makes a different monster. Dude, I love that game.
But this one, you literally found different types of demons, and then you summon them. You barely yourself play the game. They kill everything for you. It's amazing.
Wow.
And you can upgrade them into, like, demigods. It's fucking amazing. And they kill hundreds of enemies at a time.
God, I'm going to have to disappoint you.
Why?
I've never played through the Mass Effect games. I've only played the first 5 minutes of the first one.
You know, I think you may have told me that already. And you know what? Not disappointing at all, man, because you always have a chance, and I shall convert you.
I own the whole trilogy on PC. I bought them on a sale. So it's coming. Okay. It is coming. Nice. I just haven't got around to it yet because I've got about 9 million games on my backlog.
If you love the BioWare style of RPG and cinematics and storytelling, you're going to love them, because Mass Effect did redefine how stories are kind of told in video games. It really
I love Dragon's Age.
Oh, yeah. Dragon's Age was basically... Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I think the first one came out before the first Mass Effect, but it really helped to influence it.
Mass Effect came out and then Dragon's Age came out before Mass Effect 2 came out, I think.
You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, so Dragon Age is basically fueled by the Mass Effect form of storytelling. I mean, they're built off the same engine every time.
Yeah, because I remember Mass Effect coming out before the first Gears of War game, I believe, and then I traded it in for Gears of War, which is the reason I don't know. I traded it in for Grand Theft Auto 4, I think.
I'll tell you what.
And I remember that's why I never played it. It was because I really wanted the game. I didn't have a job or anything because I was like 16 or 17 years old, and so I really wanted whatever. It was either Gears of War or Grand Theft Auto, and I traded it in, and that's why I never beat it. I did own it. Shit. I bought it brand new.
Oh, shit. God, I'll tell you what. Oh my God, I sound like an old man. I'll tell you what. Back in my day, when that there Xbox 360 was first coming out, Mass Effect. Oh man, but seriously, when the Xbox 360 was first coming out, Mass Effect was one of the flagship games for that. Maybe not right at launch, but a little bit after. I will never forget seeing the first dev advertisements for the game's mechanics, like the dialogue wheel and the choices and the moral renegade versus like paragon choices you can make, and how your choices had Mass Effect.
Dude, I got that joke. There? I get what you're throwing, man.
But I remember just being awed at how, well, first off, my character could talk in a BioWare game. That just awed me instantly. But just the idea of these choices and the morality, and I agree with many people out there. The fact that you are either straight up renegade or straight up good Boy Scout, is kind of a little dull wise. There's not enough like nuance in the middle. But I fucking love Renegade. I fucking love being the most jackass motherfucker in the galaxy, punching people for no reason. Just, what's that? Renegade trigger to punch this person while they're in mid-sense? Yes! But, oh my god. You know my feelings on the Mass Effect 3 endings by now. I've made enough videos spouting off how I fucking hate that shit. But one thing they kind of fucked up in Mass Effect 3, and a little bit nearing the end of Mass Effect 2, was the Renegade trigger options. And the reason I say that is because, oh my god, they were the right thing to do. I don't know why they would be an option. Hey, do you want to fight these guys normally, or do you want to make it incredibly fucking easy? Oh, I know. I'll shoot the explosive to kill them all. Wow. Done. How is that not a Paragon thing to do too? They're the fucking enemy. And there's a scene in Mass Effect 3 where you get the chance to kill someone for killing your friend. And it's like, hey, do you want to kill them normally, or do you want to really kill them for doing that shit? Renegade? Yeah. I want to really kill that motherfucker. I mean, fuck, you even say your friend's name as you're killing him in Renegade. That just felt right.
That's pretty awesome.
But other than that, love Mass Effect, and other than the fucking endings, of course. Everyone knows how I feel about that by now, surely. But all three games, very fantastic. Mechanics and gameplay started to get a little nearing the end of Mass Effect 3 and shit. But all in all, beautiful ass series. Looking forward to Mass Effect Andromeda. It looks amazing, and from what I've heard, it's going to have amazing mechanics and gameplay. So yeah, favorite is Mass Effect franchise. I have hundreds of favorites, but that is the first one to come to mind when it comes to memorable moments in my life for gaming.
Oh, well, on that note, I think we're getting close to the end of this podcast.
Yeah, we've been running on almost 2 hours. We were like 40 minutes over when we stopped the last one. We did it. We almost broke 2 hours, people. Maybe next week we'll break 2 hours and actually go over.
We're getting better.
We're getting better. We're getting more, like, talkative and, like, socially not as awkward. My God, second date. We're getting back into the second date.
Happy. I'm happy and confident where today's episode went.
Frankly, good episode. All in all.
I know. There was a lot to talk about with Comic-Con.
And frankly, I hope everyone out there enjoyed the podcast, this particular episode. I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far, too.
Yeah, definitely.
And like I said in the last video I made for the questionnaires and shit, I will start in this new podcast and so on from now on. Please put your questions down in the comments, or feel free to tweet me or Tigglez here at our personal Twitters. And if you have any questions, if we find them interesting enough, or if we feel comfortable enough answering them, or if we absolutely have to because they're fucking fantastic, we will answer them in the next week's episode every subsequent week.
And definitely subscribe. Both channels, I'll have them down there in the subscription.
Oh, no. Subscribe.
In the description,
no, they don't have to do that.
In the description, I'll have both channels. So make sure you go over there and you subscribe to Karlon and subscribe to me, and become a part of each of our teams.
They're going to describe you to me. That's what they're going to do. Yes, but also like and share both of our channels, all our videos. Make us more powerful. Give me your power.
We must have more power!
Unlimited power! such a terrible line that no actor could deliver, but goddamn, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a cringy scene, actually. I hate to say it.
But so cringy, it was memorable.
Yeah.
That was a Nick Cage scene, in my opinion.
Anyways, we need to close this out.
Yes, goddamn, we even rant when we're closing. Shit.
Anyways, guys, make sure to remember to like this video, subscribe down below, and become a part of both of our teams. And check back next week for episode 3 in the Not Too Salty Gaming Podcast. I just want to thank every single one of you guys for being here, and I hope you check back next time. Thanks for watching. Ta-ta for now.
And until the next episode, everyone, try not to be that salty.